I'm already sweating and I haven't even started. Hello everyone, my name is Sugar and welcome to another video of mine. Today is the first episode of kind of series of videos which will be called Coffee with Sugar. So here's the coffee, I'm Sugar, we can start. Also, I'm not a fan of Star Wars and I'm cheating in the first episode because this is chocolate milk, but never mind. So today we have a special topic which you already know because you read the title of this video. We must admit that there are some material things that can bring us happiness. I don't think that we are immediately so shallow because of that. Disclaimer, I'm preparing my lunch, so sorry for this. To give you an idea what I'm talking about, I'll share some things that are pretty material that make me happy or would make me happy if I had them. And in order to get to my happiness, I need money. So the first thing are books and graphic novels. I am really happy when I'm reading. I read a lot, and yeah, I can find some books in like ebook form, which are also free, but I can't find every book in ebook form, free ebook form. Also, yeah, I can be the member of the library and I have a library card, I use it, but sometimes I want to read new books and library in my hometown doesn't really get new books so often. I love graphic novels, especially Neil Gaiman's graphic novels, and they're so expensive. Recently I saw one graphic novel which has like enormous titles, so I'm not really sure how it's called exactly, but I'm going to put a picture here over my, how is it called? Stove? But I'm not sure. So this graphic novel is like maybe 100 pages, maybe not even 100 pages, and it's like 30 euros, so I would be really happy to have it, but I need money to get happy. Also, it makes me happy to own books. I have a bookshelf there, so you get the point. I don't really like reading on my phone, and I'm reading on my phone only if I'm in a public transport and I don't have a book, or if I want to lay in my bed and turn off the lights immediately so I don't have to do it later, then I use my phone. Next thing are concerts. I'm a huge music lover, and when I was younger I was like collecting money for one concert for like 3 to 4 months. I was going to one bigger concert a year. I have that luck that I'm working on 2 music sites, so I get press pass. That way I can go to as many concerts of bigger bands as I want, because I don't pay for a ticket. Of course, then I need to listen carefully. I need to write a concert report when everyone is like sleeping at their home after the concert. I need to work, but I'm closer to my happiness and I don't need to spend money. But people who are not working for music sites need to pay the tickets. And in Serbia, people are not really rich and tickets are expensive. So the next thing is the one that I can't fulfill because I don't have that money, and it's traveling. I would like to travel the world, and you need a lot of money for that. But for the start, let's say that I would like to see Europe. It shouldn't be so hard. I live in Europe, but uh, I've been to Hungary, and that was school excursion. I've been to Slovenia for like 2 hours on the way to Italy, which was a school excursion, and I was in Norway because I have a cousin there, and my cousin paid me plane ticket. My cousin was buying the food for me and everything. So that's the only way I can travel. I will go to Czech Republic in December, which is amazing. I will go to him concert. I bought tickets like 3 months ago, and now I have like 2 or 3 months to collect money for accommodation, food, and just traveling there, transport. So it seems like if I get any money for my birthday, I will spend it on food and transportation to Prague. So yeah, I would like to at least travel to countries there next to Serbia, like Bosnia, Croatia, Macedonia, Montenegro, Romania, Bulgaria. Because why not? They're so close. But I'm a student, and yeah, I don't feel like it's okay to say to my parents, hey mom and dad, give me money so I can travel to Budapest again. Having a pet is the thing that can bring you a lot of happiness, but in order to have a pet, you must have money. I would really like to have a cat, and people are constantly telling me like stories like, you don't need much money to buy food for cat or sand for litter box or whatever. But as I said, I'm a student and I'm not sure if I will have money for cat food next month. So I don't think it's really responsible to get a pet if you're not financially stable. Now we are going a bit to the future. So I would like, as probably every living person, to have my own place to live. That would bring me a lot of happiness because I would have my little place. Okay, I have my little place here, but this is not mine, and I can't do whatever I want here. I can't like replace the furniture or whatever. I know that this isn't a big of a deal, but if we're talking about, it would be nice. Also, one of my biggest plans is to move to Norway. That will bring me so much happiness that I can't even explain it to you. In Norway, I feel at home. And for example, in order to get a student residence visa, because I want to get my master's degree in Norway, which I mentioned in some of the previous videos, I need to have 11,500 euros. And you can get that money really quick in Serbia. You need to work for years and years and years. And yeah, I'm aware that in order to have the life that I imagine for myself and be happy, I need a lot of money. There is one more thing, and I guess when I get the job and start getting paid, after 3 or 4 paychecks, I would be able to do this. I would really like to do an ancestry DNA test. It costs about $100, which is not that much, but is not a little. I don't know much about my ancestors. I know like names of 3 generations, 4 maybe, on my mother's side, and I don't know really much about my father's side, mainly because my grandma is the only survivor from her family from the period of war, but we'll not talk about it. I would like to get my ancestry test because I live on Balkans, if you say Balkan like that in English. So Serbian people were under the occupation of a lot of other nations. So in Serbia were Russians, Germans, Hungarians, Turks, people from Turkey. My parents' side of family is from Bosnia, so I guess it would be a huge mix of everything. And people say that Slavs are blue with blue eyes. I'm Slavic and I'm black. I mean, I have black hair. Oh my god, that sounds so bad. I'm sorry, my lacking of English knowledge just came to a surface. So I have black hair and black eyes. That's what I meant to say. And I'm guessing that's a bit of Turkish in Slavic blood. So there are many things to add on this list, but I didn't want to be general. I wanted to share my wishes with you. So this is the end of this video. I hope that you like it. If you want, share some of your material wishes that would make you happy in the comments below, because I would be happy to read them. Also, check out my social media. Until the next time, see ya!